for me, I am an optimist, true and true. And, you know, although there are lots of things going on around the world, but there's lots of opportunity. You know, there's lots of opportunity to adapt, to evolve into something else. All business sectors and all areas are, you know, they're forced to look at their ways and adapt and evolve. And that is only good. You know, anytime you're almost, even if you're forced to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your own practices and your own ways of how you carry yourself, you know, if you're forced to look at that and address that and assess that and you know, make growth through that is only a positive. So, you know, I look at this year as an opportunistic year. You know what I mean? There are a lot of things moving and shaking, and you best believe, you know, through this situation we are faced with, you will see some amazing things take place, as you have already seen. You know what I mean? There's some very highly intuitive things. You know what I mean? Some things that have happened and the way people have handled things. So, you know, I just look at it with an opportunistic mindset and a very optimistic. You know, that good things will happen from it. So, it's always happened to me, Sergey. Anytime anything bad has happened to me, or anytime I've been faced with something that forces me to look at myself or look at the surroundings, you know, it's always worked out for the better. So, you know, you've got to go through the storm to get to the sun, you know, they say. So that for me is the way I'm looking at this year.
Do you think it's possible to achieve success without this mindset, without, you know, seeing opportunities, without being adaptive? Let's say for the upcoming generations, for the next 10 years, all businessmen, if they don't have this mindset, can they succeed? Your opinion?
No.
Impossible, yeah?
I don't think so. I would say so. Yeah, you've got to, you know, it's got to start with the mind. Your mind has to believe in chance, believe in the divine, believe in things to happen for you. You know what I mean? It's got to. Your mind must create these things before anything else. And then the rest of it, you know, through work ethic, through fighting through the doubts and through the storm, so to speak, you know, maybe other people's doubts upon you, you know, fighting through all of that, strengthening. Again, this strengthens your own mind. And then, you know, you will break through and succeed. You've got to see it. You've got to have it in. You've got to have that outlook.
Fully agree.
Now it is hard at times to get to that stage, but it's about a lot of self-talk. You know, a lot of self-talk with yourself and just being honest with yourself. You know, a lot of people can lie to themselves, but if you're truly honest with yourself, you know, most of us, if not all of us, know the changes we must make or the things we must do in order to become successful or to reach the heights. Where it happens is we just don't do it. You know, I know I've got to get up at 8 a.m. in the morning. I get up at 9 a.m. You know, these are things. I know I shouldn't eat this extra pack of donuts, but you eat them. You know, these are little defeats in yourself. If you simplify it, what time you go to bed, what time you wake up at, if you can control that, if you can control what you put into your mouth, be it food or drink or any of that, if you can control those two things, you know, they are the main things to control. Everything else is, you know, everything else just falls into place after that. So if you listen to yourself and take care of yourself in this manner, it strengthens your power to conquer anything else. And that's, you know, that's where I have succeeded, and it's also where I've fell short. So this is coming from an experienced talk, and even, you know, as an everyday thing that I must bring it back to the basics. You know, look after my rest, look after my nutrition, treat my body and my mind like a temple, and then everything else falls into place. You know, I could say, make sure I go training, make sure I keep my training structured. But if I get my rest correct, and if I get my food and nutrition correct, the training is I don't even got to speak on the training because it's a guaranteed. I have energy. I am excited to go to work. You know, be it exercise or be it business. So I don't even got to say I got to make sure I got to be at this training session at this time or this meeting. That's a given. I'm asleep at a certain time. I'm up at a certain time. I'm eating a specific diet that's going to boost my immunity, my endurance, my mindset, everything else that comes with it. And then it's like I don't want to say a domino effect, because dominoes is knocking it down. It's like a reverse domino effect. You know, it builds it up. You can't build something on an unstable foundation. You know, you build something on a shaky foundation, you can even get it high as you can. You can, you know, you can build something on it. You can throw things together and get it up high real quick. But the cracks in that early foundations will start to present itself, and it will start to open up and eventually crumble. And it's a hard crumble. You know, it's a hard fall when you do this. Everyone will look to skip these things and make excuses for these things, the basics. But it catches up on you. You know what I mean? The nights out will catch up on you. The lack of discipline in the you know, it's I'm gonna say the small things, but it's not, you know, as they say, the small things make the big things. What you put into your body, what rest you take. You know, you were saying about you have this place where you go to, and it's like your water. You know, we've got to have these things that strengthen us and guide us to that next level, and that's where I'm at now, and I'm trying to stay. No, I'm not trying, because, you know, I'm working for it and I'm doing it. That's it. It's done. I'm engaged fully in it now. I'm fully obsessed and fully committed to being the best version of myself, and that's it. You know, so onwards and upwards we go.